Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Constantine III here. So, today we're going to be talking about dragons, specifically fire, earth, and water. Now, why are we talking about dragons? Well, we want to learn more about objectives, right? Because objectives are pretty much the secret to getting up to diamond rank. Anyone can learn how to kill people in lane, but to truly understand objectives and using those to snowball leads like we talked about earlier will help you climb the ladder. And to understand which objectives should be gained when and under what circumstances, we first need to understand those objectives and how much value they have for our team. For example, if you need to choose between taking a tier 1 tower or taking a fire dragon, you need to understand the value in between those two things, and which one is actually going to be more beneficial for your team in the long run. And obviously, to understand that, we need to understand dragons. So, without further ado, let's get started with the first dragon, the Infernal Dragon. So it doesn't exactly take a rocket scientist to understand that the Infernal Dragon is a really powerful dragon. With an 8% boost to AD and AP, the Infernal Dragon is overall considered by far the best dragon out of the lot. And I would agree with that statement, but under certain circumstances, other dragons are better. But for 99% of cases, the Infernal Dragon is just absolutely busted. Killing the Infernal Dragon basically gives your team a raw boost to their damage in pretty much all stages of the game and becomes more effective the more AD and AP you pick up. So really, it can just snowball a game out of control. In these Draven clips that I'm showing in the background, I've acquired 3 Infernal Dragons, which gives me an absolute ludicrous amount of damage. Almost 25% increased AD on a champion that stacks flat AD as their primary stat. You damn well bet that I'm going to be one-shotting people with this. Now, this is a rather extreme example, but you get the idea from this. Overall, the Infernal Dragon just lets you pump out insane levels of damage. Uncomfortable levels of damage. It is pretty much always a priority for any team to secure it at any time. In fact, in the early game, there is probably no more important objective in the entire game than an Infernal Dragon. And I know that sounds extreme, but that's just kind of reality of the situation. Again, 8% more AD and AP. That makes your carries so much more effective if you can pick one up. Again, we're not going to talk about this one very much because everyone and their mother knows that Infernal Dragon is a good dragon. So let's move on to the next dragon, the Mountain Dragon. Now, I would definitely describe this Mountain Dragon as the most underappreciated dragon of the lot. The Mountain Dragon gives you a 10% boost in your damage against objectives, basically. So dragons take 10% more damage, towers take 10% more damage, Baron takes 10% more damage. Those are the big ones we need to think about. So how good is this 10% boost in damage? What this means is that you take objectives 10% faster. So how does this change the way you play? What does this mean for you as a team? Well, it means that you can take riskier chances at objectives. You can split push better because you just kill the tower 10% faster. You can take Dragon when you know the enemy team is coming because you know you take it really quickly in comparison to earlier. Baron will die faster, so you're at less risk of a steal happening. There are a lot of ways in which your playstyle should change if you have an Earth Dragon. Just more risky objective play is available to you because you deal more damage to objectives. Furthermore, if you have any hard-pushing champions, like a split-push Fiora or Jax or a Ziggs mid or something like that, they can absolutely shred towers with this buff. So if you have one of those characters on your team, you should weight the Earth Dragon even more importantly in significance. So depending on your team composition, this Earth Dragon can fluctuate from useful to have in your back pocket because, why not? But if you're a very objective-focused team that has a lot of zone control mages and hard-pushing champions, this Earth Dragon can be just as important as a Fire Dragon, if not more so. So overall, we're going to rate this Earth Dragon pretty damn good. Let's move on to the third dragon, the Air Dragon. No pun intended, but the Air Dragon blows. It's so bad. It's only 15 out of combat movement speed. Really, you need at least 2 or 3 Air Dragons for this to give you a significant advantage. Basically, what the Air Dragon is good for is rotating around the map more effectively is the word that I'm looking for here. Think about it this way. Let's say you guys all push bot lane and you kill the bot lane tower, and now you want to go to the mid lane. Well, you guys can get to the mid lane if you have Air Dragons faster than the enemy team can, so you can get a head start on pushing and maybe take a tower which you normally wouldn't have been able to. But then, of course, you might ask yourself, but Constantine, wouldn't an Earth Dragon be better? And the answer is yes. Yes, it would. Yeah, it's really not that good. I would put little to no value behind this Air Dragon. Like, if you see it and the enemy jungler and mid laner are dead and you guys are all there and you really don't have anything to do, like, sure, why not? Like, maybe try to steal the enemy blue buff first, start there, and then go for the air dragon? I mean, it's really bad. There is one specific situation I can think of where the air dragon would be really useful. If you are a poke comp against a hard engage comp, which is a counter comp, because hard engage beats poke. If you haven't seen this dichotomy before, it does. Then you need the air dragon, because then you can run away from the enemy team while they're trying to engage on you and poke them even more. That is the one circumstance that the air dragon is good. Otherwise, it sucks. Don't bother with it. I rate this a very disappointing dragon, and it always pains me to see it spawn, because I know I have no incentive whatsoever to go over and take it. Anyway, guys, I don't want this video to be too long, because obviously there are 2 more dragons we need to talk about, but I don't want to ramble forever and make this like a 12-minute video or whatever. So for our next episode, we're going to be talking about the water dragon, which is really good, spoiler, and of course the elder dragon, which is kind of nuanced, which is why I kind of really want to have an episode to talk about just it and the water dragon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you found the video useful. Leave me some constructive criticism in the comments if you are so inclined. Take it easy, and have a good one.